like everywhere else. Pricing is high, availability is low, which is why everyone's talking about how can we build more, how can we build faster, how can we get people housed. Shared housing is another unique solution to fill those gaps.
How do we equip that person who sits down one day and goes, wow, there's a lot of people in trouble in my community. I wonder how I could help. And they look to themselves and go, well, I've got space in my basement, I've got a spare room, I've got the loft in my attic, I've got the loft above my garage, I've got that whole section of my lot that I'm not using, and has that idea that I'd like to help. Not only am I doing good, but if there's some revenue that comes into me that helps me with my house and with my bills, I'm also better off. And so I think there's a lot of win-wins.
It could be a mutually beneficial thing, both for older people and younger people. We know that social isolation is a big problem among older people in Canada. We have a lot of people who live alone, especially women who live alone in later life. So we know that that can cause all kinds of challenges.
I've been home sharing for about 40 years. I've met some wonderful people. It's helped me economically to pay my bills, my taxes, my fuel bill, my electricity bill. And as I get older, it's also enabled me to make arrangements to maintain my house, for example, to shovel snow and to cut grass and to bring in groceries.
The idea is to try to encourage people to be healthy and able to stay in their own homes as long as they are wanting to do that and can safely do that. So that can have huge ramifications for our healthcare system.
I know that if I fall or if something happens, there's somebody there immediately that can help me or can call the people to help me. My family, my children, my relatives take comfort in the fact that they know there's somebody with me, that I'm not alone.
This concept of home sharing sounds a little bit like boarding.
There used to be rooming houses here. There used to be a lot of big houses or bigger houses that people would rent rooms out and they would make meals for each other and so on. That is something that is historically true of this place.
We just talked about, the symposium coming up and house sharing, and someone said to me, well, years and years ago, my family took in boarders and lodgers. She said, and we make great friends and, lifelong friends. So it is something that we had at one time, and it was quite popular.
Yes? Do you have an apartment for rent?
Yes, Mr.
Mackerel, Albert Mackerel.
Yes, Mr. Mackerel.
Mackerel, that's a sexy name.
We have tens of thousands of households in need of housing. We don't have the labor to build that. We don't have it today, and we're not going to have that tomorrow. It's going to take time to rebuild that industry to the point where we can actually accommodate the need. And so making use of the resources that are out there right now, the homes, the underutilized homes, the vacant space that we have, it's essential. It's the only way that we even come close to meeting the need anytime soon. And so I do think that there's a real opportunity and a need to kind of explore that right now.